Hello and welcome back to our Kingdoms Forlorn Let's Play focused on Renholder's story. Thank you so much, as usual, for everyone who's been checking out the Kingdoms Forlorn stuff. Hopefully, everyone's getting over the sadness that the campaign is over, but hopefully some of my videos can help relieve that pain, at least for a little bit. Yeah, so we are just going to jump right back in. If this is the first video you're coming across, you'll definitely want to make sure to check out part 1. As we covered the first delve phase, as well as a pretty awesome fight with the first mob clash. And even though Fleischritter unfortunately got choked out for pretty much that whole fight, everyone else came together and we got through it. Unfortunately, Fleischritter did die, but it's okay. Thanks to the power of the kingdoms, he has been resurrected. So we're just gonna jump right into it. We have done one of Renholder's story events. We are looking for 2 more mystic clues to complete his last story event, where we need 4 of those, and 2 errant clues to see his last story event, and then hopefully we're able to find the boss clash tile, because unfortunately we haven't been using any large or extra large tiles here, so we haven't actually come across the boss tile, which we need to find in the second delve phase. Unfortunately, it's going to be very, very difficult because we pretty much have only been using medium cards and small cards, and there's only 2 medium cards left. So if there's no pathways that I can take that will actually get me to a large card, I might just have to end the series here, and Renholder and everyone else is going to get lost in the Principality of Stone, because we have no other way to get to a large tile. Unfortunately, these cards being locked out through the tremors that happened earlier, every other single path, as well as the ones behind the Panzer Gate, is a medium tile card. So, of course, this is sort of one of the issues, I think, just with the demo. Obviously, the full game is going to have a ton more tile cards to utilize. So this is more just a limitation of the of the demo, I think. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we work things out. Unfortunately, we aren't running with Sir Sanch's inside info card, because I swapped it out for his new card. Which lets him actually move onto a card one size larger than the one you're currently on. That would have been useful here, but, you know, hindsight's 2020. So we're going to just go ahead and start the turn. So Sir Sancho is going to be moving. We're going to head west, and I think there is a curse gain there, but I think I am going to just utilize I already put it here, but it's going to be utilizing Daughter of the Wild's card for Kara. So when you're about to gain curse, you can gain 1 heat instead to ignore up to 1 curse gain. So we're going to do that. We're just going to head west. Fingers crossed we find a really, really good tile that we can actually do something with. Okay. Okay, we got very, very lucky. Unfortunately, there's a Panzer Gate there, so we're going to have to use another card to actually get through there, but at least it leads to a large tile. So we do get a, we don't have to worry about the curse, but we do have to raise our threat level by 1 because it is a medium card. Additionally, we do get a yellow tile. It is nice, though, that we do get a point of interest as well. So we get a yellow clue for Kara and Sir Sanch. And we also have to resolve our first exploration card of the second deck. Errant Foresight. Reveal the top card of any kingdom card matching the paths available on your current kingdom card. If there are any path with an errant clue on the revealed card, you must travel onto it in the next travel step. Resolve a kingdom adventure. Sir Sanch is the party leader. So I think since we're obviously going to try to go left to reveal that large card, let's just see what we're heading up. Okay, so this is a little bit unfortunate. Ooh, that is really, really bad for us, because we are at... That does give us, oh man, there's no blue clues either. So there is an errant clue as well, so we do have to travel onto this kingdom card. I mean, that was the plan anyways. However, the unfortunate part is we're already going to be gaining 2 threat going onto here, which will bring up to 6, and then we're going to have to travel onto that extra large card for 3. I mean, I guess we could go up and do a medium card instead, and maybe find, see what the last medium card is, but... we really have to find the boss tile. Again, I would rather fight the boss clash and at least get through that and have a successful fight over, not getting enough clues. We do have an edge as well with Renholder, so even if we don't get all of our clues, I think we might be able to get a partial success, potentially. All right, so we have to resolve a kingdom adventure, so let us roll for that. It's Sir Sancho the party leader, so we got a 7 and a 9, so that is going to be 79. I think we've gotten this one before. It is going to be the pile. Yeah, there's a pile of bodies on the side of the road. Rotting corpses that the crows have started to feast on. How they ended up like that is beyond you, but they are bound to attract monsters. You could burn them. And it might prevent the spread of disease as well, but the fire is sure to attract other scavengers, the humankind. So we can burn the bodies and risk facing bandits. Each knight has to delay a card and gain a temporary evasion token. Or we can let the monsters get rid of the bodies. I definitely don't want to do that. I think we don't need red or green clues for Renholder, and having the 1 evasion token to hopefully help us out in the boss fight might be nice. We do have to delay 1 ability card for everyone. However, you know, I think that's okay. All right, so let us get a token for everyone just so we can remember. And we have to delay a card for everyone as well, which is a little unfortunate. I don't have any Fleisch tokens for Smoke Daclin. Yeah, we'll just delay that. I think I'd rather keep Ren just in case we do need to utilize that extra space or extra movement. Let's keep Night Roll because we might need that in the start of the fight. We definitely need Coordinate, and we're not going to utilize Touch of the Earth Mother because it's a rest card. So I think we're safe to just get rid of like rest cards. For Renholder, I don't think we're going to utilize Night Tactics, so we'll just delay that one. And then for Sir Sanch, we'll just delay the we'll delay the rest card. Okay, so I think that is it. And then also we have to do our abilities. I think we are probably going to spend at least 3 turns on this Delve phase. So I think I probably want to use Empower right now. Yeah, because you don't really have many ways to get Lux tokens. So I think I might want to just do that right away. So I'm trying to think of how, well, actually, we might not. If we go onto a large card and then go into an extra large card, we might not do something else after that and just trigger the boss fight right away. So we might not even make it 3 turns. It is a little bit sketchy trying to get the last 2 clues in. We have to get really, really lucky because we're not going to have a lot of time. Again, if we let the exploration deck run out, we are essentially lost in the Principality of Stone. So we do have to use Coordinate though. So we can either lose 2 health or discard the card to remove 1 Panzergate. As much as I don't like going down to 7 health, I think I'm going to do that so I get to refresh this card right away and not discard it, just because there may be a chance we need to remove another Panzergate. So we're going to lose 2 health instead. That does keep us at the minor peril arc level, and we're going to remove this Panzer token. All right, so it's going to be Renholder's turn next. We are going to head left, and we do get a Mystic Clue. So that is actually really, really good. I forgot that we actually do get a Mystic Clue there, which is good. So we already know what's going on here. So we do get a Mystic Clue for Renholder and for Fleischritter. We do have to raise the threat by 2. And we also gain a Historic Clue for going onto the barracks for Kara and for Sir Sanch. And then let us resolve an exploration card for Renholder. Stone Curse. Remove the top card from X Kingdom decks where X is your current curse level, starting from the smallest. Okay, whew. Oh, shoot. Oh, no. Because we have 5 or more threat, we have to remove 2 top cards from each Kingdom deck instead. Shoot. Is there any way we could avoid that? Oh, shoot, and I got rid of the... I should have used that Night Tactics card. I forgot about this card. So what that means is we essentially remove these 2 things from the game. That gets rid of the last medium card, that only leaves 1 large card, and that gets rid of both extra large cards from the game. So I think this run's actually done. I don't think it's possible for me to find, like, unless, I mean, I've just been sitting here, like, long pause, trying to think of how I can get out of this. Is it even possible for me to get out of this? I haven't seen every single card in the demo, so I don't know. Like, this is the point where I really wish, I don't know, there were like more Kingdom cards, because again, I think just the demo doesn't have enough Kingdom cards. Obviously, the final version will have more, but I guess our only hope is to, I guess, head south and just use small cards. I don't know if any south cards lead to a large card or what, because I've only seen small cards lead to medium cards. So I don't even know if it's possible. I guess I'll play it out just in case, but even then, even if a small card does lead to a large card, if this large card does not have the boss tile on it, we just lose. Because there's no way that there's 0 boss tiles left in the game then. And that, I think, highlights one of the issues, I think, with the delve, at least in the demo. I don't think that's a thing that should be able to happen, really, in my opinion. I don't know. I think there should be a way to just, like, potentially get kingdom cards back or something. But honestly, I think that's just a limitation of the demo. The final version is going to have a lot more kingdom cards, so I don't think this issue will happen as much. There's going to be more variety. But when you get into a situation like this, it definitely doesn't feel good, sort of knowing, it sort of comes down to, like, okay, I might as well not even play the rest of this delve and just start a new run-up. But we'll just for the sake of the video, we'll play it out. Maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe. All right, well, that's going to be it for Renholder's turn. I don't think there's any cards that we can really use, so let's just go on to Kara's turn. So Kara is going to head south. We're going to see what it is. Okay, well, this one does go a different direction, but again, we have no more medium cards left, so we just got to keep heading south, I guess. I guess the nice thing is we do get to lower our threat by 1. I mean, we did have a high threat, so I guess that's looking on the bright side. I might as well move everything up now that we're going to just keep heading down. All right, let's resolve Kara's exploration card. Stone Wish Shrine. So each night may pay 10 gold or gain 2 heat to roll a dice and resolve the corresponding effect to the result. If we have 5 or higher heat threat, which we do, we have to pay 20 or lose 3 health instead. Oh, this might be like the only way that... I might have to do it for Renholder because I don't think he's going to be able to get his last Mystic Clue with how many cards we got rid of because of the exploration card. I really hate this exploration card. I ran into this a couple of times in the demo, and it's my least favorite one because of that 5 or higher threat. Because 5 or higher threat's not too difficult to be at, but the effect of removing 2 cards from each kingdom deck for the demo is pretty much run ruining. So I hope they adjust this card, or at least, I don't know, maybe in the demo. I think it should be at least a 6 threat or 7 threat even effect for that strong of a thing. Because when you think about it, there is only 2 extra large cards in the game, so it immediately nullifies that. Yeah, I might just have to do it for Renholder. Because if we fail in this delve, like if I don't make it out of the delve, but I still have all my clues because of my edge, I might still be able to get partial success. So I think I might have to try it. He does have 45 gold, so I, of course, sorry for zooming around. I, of course, don't want to lose health. So we're going to roll for Renholder because we're going to try to get a 10. I mean, we've just as much of a chance as petrifying our gear slot. So we'll see what happens. Oh, it's a 3. So we lose 1 health. I'm going to spend a heat to re-roll that. Again, we only get 1 re-roll. Oh, that was almost a 1. All right, we got a 7. So we gain 1 heat limit. All right, well, that doesn't... We're still effectively at 4 health available, or 4 heat available. All right, so that's the only one I wanted to do it with. Everyone else can save their gold and stuff. All right, any abilities? I don't think I have any abilities I really want to use, so let us just continue our search for a large card. All right, so it's going to be Fleischritter's turn. We're going to head south, meaning we lower our heat by 1 because it's a small card. Oh, wow, there is actually a large... Okay, so good to know. I've never seen this crossroads before, so this is a large card, and luckily we do have enough space here. I believe we can actually resolve a large card here. However, I mean that's our last chance. If there's no boss tile on here, we're done, unfortunately. All right, so let us resolve an exploration card for Fleischritter. Is there any cards we want to use? I don't think so. Light in the Tunnel. Place this card next to the exploration deck and place a generic token on a random direction for the next 3 delve rounds. If you travel in this direction, lower your threat level by 1. If you move in a different direction, discard this card, and you can also choose to randomly choose your direction for 3 consecutive rounds to reduce your curse level by 1. All right, so we'll roll dice. 1 to 2 is north, 3 to 4 is east, so on and so forth. That is going to be east. So, oh, that is perfect because that is actually the direction we are heading. So that works out in our favor. So luckily, because that is an extra large card, normally we'd have to raise our threat by 3. But because of this, we are effectively lowering our threat by 2, traveling in that direction. So we'll actually only raise it by 2, which is nice. But all right, so all right, here's the moment of truth. So it is going to be Sir Sanche's turn. We have to head east, and we have our only large card available. We do have to raise our threat by 3. However, because of Light in the Tunnel, we're subtracting 1 from that, so we'll update it to 6. All right, fingers crossed. Ooh, now we do get our last Mystic Clue, though, so that is great. And we did not get it. Unlucky. So the nice thing is we get 2 Mystic Clues, so I guess looking on the bright side, we do get to trigger our last story event for Renholder. However, there is no boss tile on this. Unfortunately, every other pathway is only a small, and even if any of these small cards had large or extra large pathways on it, we have none of those left in the game. So we effectively are 100% going to get lost in the Principality of Stone. Doesn't feel good. Again, I don't think there should be any situation where it can really come to this. I think the only way that you should be able to get lost in the delve is generally by like getting locked through Panzer gates or going down pathways that create an impossible situation for you to get out of. Just having a random exploration card essentially ruin your run like that, I don't think should be a thing. But again, I feel like that's probably just a limitation of the demo. All right. Well, anyways, let us... Oh, that was a large card. Actually, that was just a 2 threat, so actually we should just be at 5. All right, so let us resolve our last exploration card for this delve. Actually, first, we'll trigger our story event, because we actually did technically get that first. So we get to read outcome number 4. All right. The ruined windmill towers over the surrounding landscape, a haunting skeletal structure of burnt timbers and scorched stone, a beacon of desolation in the otherwise featureless remnants of what was once sprawling farmlands now withered to dust by the curse of the principality. How dark and foreboding, says the voice. Probably a depressing backstory. You live this kind of shit, right? I found you in this kind of shit, you snap. The place reminds you of the scollaments of the Wicker Spire. You hold close to the ground, trying to best to hide your outline from any prying eyes. There, ahead of you, your chase stalks through ruined fields and over dusty roads, making his way towards the towering shape of the windmill. You followed him this far, haunting his steps throughout the principality had to throw at you. Now finally he is within reach, just a short distance away. Ren, wait! The voice's warning makes you freeze midway through your sliding your weapon from its sheath, sparks of light already dancing on your fingertips of your free hand. At the disembodied caution, you pause to look around and then you see it. Lumbering out of the remains of the windmill, the titanic frame gleams in the fading dusklight. Armor that was maybe once polished to a high sheen is now stained with grime, dented in numerous places. A bloated torso bulges outwards while a distinctive rounded helm reflects the last of the day's sunlight. Two tiny holes in its from indicating from whence the figure can see. The oft-rumored Egg Knight, you realize with a lurch. Lying in ambush? No, not ambush, waiting for your chase. The rat-faced man approaches the monstrous figure, trembling visibly as he draws closer. The titanic creature tilts its helm, a curious gesture as its heavy boots thump down into the dirt with a rhythmic, heavy tread. Your chase kneels before the monster, shivering uncontrollably. So this is the 5th night. I believe that's coming in the core game. Unfortunately, we don't have it here. Paracelsa could do an active time event. But we get to choose. We can either gain any one clue and raise the threat level by 1, lie in wait and observe the rendezvous in secret, or we can try to ambush the duo. I think we're going to play this cautiously and see what's going on. We're gonna choose this one. I'm interested to see what that's gonna be. So we're gonna choose we'll just choose another green clue just in case we happen to lose one. We'll raise the threat level to 6, and we'll read story event number 5. So we're gonna lie in wait and observe the rendezvous in secret. Now is not the time for rash actions. You can hold back and use this opportunity to learn more about the rat-faced man's business and the Principality of Stone, in particular what this Egg Knight has to do with any of this. You give a warning sign to your companions, an inaudible stay put. Then you crouch even closer to the ground, slowly approaching the shadow of the windmill as the pair regard one another in silence for a moment longer. I have it here, as agreed, Rat-Face declares. He produces a small item from one of his pockets, round, shimmering, the same as the egg-shaped trinket you'd show him in the tavern, but somehow alive. Your eyes narrow as you watch the towering creature accept the offering, hiding it somewhere about its person. Silence radiates from the monstrous Egnite in its palpable waves as the eyes turn back to the rat-faced man. Its moves are almost human. Almost. Well, yes, but I promise you we're dealing with it, the man whimpers. More silence. They won't be an issue. You have my word. This time the unspoken response is almost thunderous. Please, I can deliver everything I've promised. I just need more time. You see, there was this night. The Egnite's helm moves rapidly, twitching upwards. The rat-faced man falls to his knees, terrified. I'll handle it, I swear, he begs. There's another long pause, and then the Egnite turns on his heel, lumbering away. The rat-faced man sags, almost like a puppet, whose strings have been cut. You continue watching for some time as the haggard man stands, dusting himself off and looking about nervously, moves on from the meeting point. Your trail does not end here, you understand. There's far more going in the Principality than you once thought. You need to follow the rat-faced man back to the source. So Kara may gain +1 heat if she does do that. Otherwise, we lose -X health, where X is the number of Lux tokens on your night sheet, minimum of 1. So we lose 1 health no matter what, even though we don't have any Lux tokens, and return to the Delve. And I won't be doing any active time events, like I said. But I've actually never seen that time event, so I am sort of curious what that is. But we are going to lose 1 health. And that is that. So we're going to return the Delve. Unfortunately, we return to the Delve and we resolve an exploration card. And we got Wind of Petrification. Place the party marker on the closest unused point of interest, if there is any. That is going to be all the way back here at the guards barracks. And that is going to be that. That is going to be our turn. So, yeah, unfortunately, our crew does get lost in the Principality of Stone. We have no more Kingdom cards left to utilize, and I believe that is one of the lost conditions. I mean, I can double check. I don't believe there is any rules about, reshuffling Kingdom card decks back in or anything of that nature. I believe that is one of the lost conditions of the game, is if you have no more things to go on. Let me just double check that. But I believe that is the case. All right, you lose a Delve immediately when any of the following happens. There are no cards left to Exploration deck. Threat or Curse maxing out. You are unable to perform Travel in the Travel step. So that is a loss. Unfortunately, we do not get to see the fight, the boss fight in this video. I apologize. This is a much shorter one. I'm sure people starting this video are probably wondering why this video is only going to be like 20 minutes long or whatever. But we're playing this out. I don't want to edit this or redo this just to get a perfect run or whatever. I'm playing it how you would normally play the game. And this is unfortunately due to us having too high of a threat and us having Stone Curse in the game. We definitely got screwed over. So hopefully the devs see this video. This is not a good feeling to have. This is not fun. I think there definitely should be better ways around this. Obviously, you could argue, in retrospect, I should have included insider info with Sir Sanch or whatever to move on to larger Kingdom cards, or I should have, in retrospect, jumped on larger tiles sooner, but I just played the game as it is, and that's what happened. But regardless, we did get all of the clues necessary to complete our story events for Renholder. However, let us see what the actual events came out, because unfortunately, we do have to consider this a loss for Renholder's story event. But we do have an edge, and we do have our required number of clues, so there's a potential that we get a partial success. So after you conclude the Delve, see 9 to reveal your chapter's outcome. All right, check these conditions in order from top to bottom. If you fulfill a condition, stop and go to the noted paragraph. So we have at least our 4 clues. Yeah. Okay, so we have 4 clues and 2 green clues gained, so we have a success. Okay, so this one's... Okay, never mind. If any other outcome, including a failed Delve or losing the Clash. Okay, so oh wow, that sort of sucks. So even it's not even a matter of the boss fight, like the boss fight being taken into consideration. It's just I thought that even if you had the right amount of clues, you could still get a partial success, but unfortunately. Well, yeah, this is actually sort of confusing because it says check the conditions in order from top to bottom. If you fulfill a condition, stop and go to the noted paragraph. So I think I just do this anyways. However, the fourth one says any other outcome, including a failed delve, which is what we have. So I think they should change this. This is because it's sort of confusing because it says go from top to bottom. However, in that case, I would go with a full success with all my clues gained, but that doesn't seem right because I did technically fail to delve. So the part where it says including a failed delve or losing the clash, that should be at the top, I think. It should be like, if you failed delve or lost the clash, go to 4 instead, or something along those lines. So I guess we go to 4 because we did still fail, so we have to read chapter 10. The sound of rain fills the air around you as you enter the boundary of the long-abandoned village. Ravaged by time, the ancient settlement has been split in half by an enormous cleft opening up in the earth, one half of the land wrenching upwards to create a sudden sheer cliff face. Barely any of the buildings remain standing, and none have been spared the devastating damage. The rain drips from the broken statues like tears. Drip, 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 says the voice. Fucker. A low, mournful whistle echoes through the bones of the empty structure of the mayor's manse, overlooking the market square, the shattered windows gazing bleakly outwards, their interior in total darkness. You have been tracking the rat-faced man for some days now, but always he seems to be just ahead of you. Your marked coins not enough to pinpoint his location. Until now. The door into the manse has been forced open, footprints clearly visible in the debris leading up to it. You follow the path inside, but your heart drops as you spot what awaits you within. The rat-faced man reached the manse, but the curse that afflicts the Principality of Stone had found him well before that. Now he stands in the midst of the ruined building, immobile. His flesh already calcified, muscles turned to stone, as the grisly fate overtook him. You circle around the newborn statue, but there's no response. If he still possesses any kind of consciousness, it has been lost within his solidified features. A grim fate, even for one like him. Won't sugarcoat it, Ren. Not ideal. You think? Check his pockets. You look back to the statue. The man's clothing, leathers and wool, has also turned to stone under the effects of the curse. Yeah, not going to happen. Any more bright ideas, Squeaky? Before the voice in your head comes back with a suitable repartee, you notice a glint of metal in the man's hand. Curious, you manage, reaching for the iron egg clutched in the stony fingers of the rat-faced statue. Everything he had on him turned to stone, but not this. And the first thing you do is reach for it? Voices mocking gives you pause. Yeah, maybe there's a better way to handle this. Heart to heart. If friendship with Kara is warm or higher, immediately see 16. Only in the full game. They did unlock that stretch goal though, so there's relationships in the game now, which is pretty sweet. However, we do have the consequence of gaining one to spare. We gain the Light Grasp gear card, the Light Finds a Way ability card, and the Fervid Peril arc. We also mark A2 on our character sheet and proceed to Chapter 2C. All right, so let's see. We mark A2. I believe that is the same one that Sir Sanch actually did, because we did fail with his as well, unfortunately. All right, so that is going to be it. So we get the Light Grasp gear card. Light Finds a Way. All right, so let's see what these are, because we can utilize them for next run. Light Finds a Way ability card, of course, is at the bottom. We find the Light Grasp weapon card. That looks pretty cool. And we get the Fervid Peril arc. So it looks like failing is like the only way to get Peril arcs, interestingly enough. All right, so let us move all this over and see what we got. So Light Finds a Way. Place your miniature on an empty space within 4 spaces. Wow, that's like just a teleport for the Clash side. And that's for the Delve side, we have Light Finds a Way. Spend 3 Lux tokens from your night sheet to draw the top 3 cards of any one Kingdom deck. Place them back on the top of the deck in any order, then immediately draw and resolve an exploration card. Okay. Lets you fix the deck a little bit. I definitely like the Clash version a lot better, so I probably wouldn't, because this is a discard for the Delve phase, so I think I'd probably just keep this to make sure you can use it in the fight. His Fervid Peril arc is going to be, I'm guessing it's going to be similar to Sanch, probably just a straight upgrade. So it actually gives him an extra health, so he starts at 10 health, which is nice. Oh, cool. Lower he gets, rather than getting card refresh like Sir Sanch, he actually gets Break 1 and Fire 1. Cool. So it allows him to leave behind more tokens, and if he's at death, pretty much, he actually gets Lux tokens. So that's pretty cool. And then his new weapon is Light Grasp, which is, it's got a black power dice. So it's 2 to 5 range, and that is actually not unwieldy range, so he can do it diagonally as well, which is really, really nice. It's cantrip 2, so it's just like a better wand, because you have to wound exhausted if you wound with it. And on a crit chance, you actually get a Lux token. If you're at the grave level on your Peril arc, you get +1 precision. It's a +1 dice. You only roll one black power dice, but you do get to leave a free power behind as well. That's a very, very cool weapon. Definitely a good upgrade over his wand, I think. So we'll be using these in the new run. I apologize for not being able to show you the boss fight in this one, but again, I just wanted to stay true to how the game it works, at least currently, and not, re-record a whole new thing just because we unfortunately lost. So yeah, I mean, there'll be more. We still have Kara's story to go through, and also Fleischritter's. Plus, we got solo mode to do. I think I might be saving Kara and Fleischritter for solo mode. I haven't decided yet. I believe they should be pretty close to getting things ironed out. So I do have some other videos, I think, in the works that I think I want to put on the channel. Give a little break for the Kingdoms Forlorn stuff. I do know that pretty much all my new subscribers in the past couple of weeks have only been from Kingdoms Forlorn, but hopefully you stick around and hopefully you enjoy the other stuff for myself. Because yeah, it would be great to have you around. But that's going to conclude Renholder's thing. Unfortunately, no successes so far. And someone can feel free to let me know in the comments below if I did this outcome incorrectly. Because the way I see it, I do have to resolve 4, even if I have all my clues done. So, yeah. Because it says see after boss clash, so I'm assuming it's implied that you at least finished the boss clash and potentially won before you trigger these things. So I still think you actually have to have a successful fight. But, yeah. Stone Curse card. Two thumbs down. But that's going to be it for me. Thank you so much for watching. And let me know if you've run into this issue before. I would love to hear your thoughts of anyone else who's played the Tabletop Simulator demo, and whether or not Stone Curse has actually screwed over your runs as well. But that's going to do it for me. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.